Hey Ev, fuck you! We've got some cuisine that we're going to judge. We will be taking a die and rolling to determine which food we're gonna be trying.
Today we're gonna be asking the usual question.
Let's talk about that.
I go grab a Lunchable based on that number.
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
So what's our first one? Vanna White that shit.
Now remember with Lunchables, there are different eating styles. And I don't want to judge anyone, based on that. So I will not be having... And a paper towel roll. A paper towel roll, catch.
Kobe.
Alright, so we're all gonna eat now?
I fucking hate you.
So this is my strategy normally. Although I come from a different land, as they say.
Because of your origins. Alright, so I'm gonna take a bite.
Yeah, okay.
It definitely has a processed taste, but it also very nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like Mama used to process.
They put like a bunch of shit in the food processor, and then they ran it, and then they dumped it out, and then I was born.
I think that this is a strong 7. As I will say, I feel like it's a good base lunch. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's sort of a neutral. This is what a Lunchable is, and nothing more, nothing less. And I think that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's not necessarily anything wrong with being the base Lunchable, but my score I would say is a 7.
I'm gonna have to agree with my good friend Shub 2000. I've also scored this Lunchable as a 7. The Cracker Stackers, they're a classic. They're an absolute classic. Everyone's had it, everyone loves it. Of course, you get some points on nostalgia there. I would say it's perfect, middle of the road with some extra points for nostalgia.
I think it's 7 all across the board here.
Wonderful.
What can I say that hasn't been said already? Just classic, baseline. I didn't want to give it anything too high because I haven't had any of the others yet, so
I'd have to
wanted
agree
leave some
there.
headroom there.
If we multiply 7 by 3, you get
21. Yeah, go bring this to Ev.
Okay.
All right, well, the next one's a 1. So it's time for Cracker Stackers.
Back, baby! Oh!
Do you know the main difference between these?
No.
Oh, well, okay, I will. The Cracker Stackers are the same as the ham and cheddar with crackers. These are ham and cheddar Cracker Stackers. But this time, they come with a nice vanilla cookie.
Wow, what do you think, my good friend Shub 2000? Interest.
Can you explain to me the process?
Okay, so you put the meat down first on your cracker.
Okay.
And then you put a cheese on. And then you put a meat on.
Oh, okay.
And then you put a cheese on, and then you put the top of the cracker on.
Understood.
You make a little sandwich. I think we should try each other's methods just so we can get a full evaluation.
We can figure out who's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well,
Down the hatch.
bone slap the queef.
Think it and sink it.
Alright. I believe that I've come to an 8.
An 8.
Let's be honest. It is the same as the previous Lunchable, but there's more. There's more of the main meal and then some. And honestly, I can't give it something lower for that. You're getting more for your money, more bang for your buck, as some people would say.
So I'm actually gonna give this one a 9. So there's my evaluation right there. So my reasoning, while there was less cheese, less meat, less cracker, I said it Twitch, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? There was the inclusion of the cookies. And the cookies brought me right back to sitting at the table for lunch at daycare, when I used to bite other children. the portions are a lot more balanced, and the inclusion of a little treat at the end definitely brings up the score. It's a play on the classic, and it's a good play at that.
I think I'm going to be a bit controversial here and giving it a 6. You know, it's the same as the last one in terms of the main course, but I just wasn't that big of a fan of the cookie. I don't have any nostalgia attached to it, and I'd rather have the extra meat, cheese, and crackers than the cookies themselves. They weren't terrible, but I've just had better.
8 plus 9 plus 6. It's 23. I'll go ahead and roll for the next. Well, next up is 3.
As you can see, I grabbed the wrong one. There it is. This thing.
Oh, I think my evaluation's already begun. Alright, I'm gonna give you 10 tokens.
Oh, it's like Chuck E. Cheese.
1.
Can we talk about how sad this looks?
Daiboshi. No, I'm not too much of a fan of salsa myself.
I love me some salsa.
Really getting her in there, huh? Save some for Ev.
You're right. I'm sorry, Ev.
I've made my evaluation.
6. Okay, you go.
I'm gonna rank this one a 5. I think there are a lot of things that speak for that in my experience with this meal. First off, my biggest gripe was with the packaging. As you probably all saw, the plastic on this one, very flimsy.
Very flimsy. In fact, I would say, I would go so far, as opposed to so short, to say that that is definitely worse than the previous packaging.
Oh no, it absolutely
I would
is.
say.
As the one
struggle
who's
there,
unboxed all of these so far.
I was very concerned that I was going to be pulling with chips.
And that's the issue here, right? Is there's so many little individual chips contained within here. There's nacho cheese, there's salsa,
and it's just thrown about.
It's not even that. It's just the packaging is. If you pull a little too hard, you're getting any of this anywhere and everywhere.
And that's the thing. It's so much harder to clean up than the other ones.
It is.
There's so
Also
many
true.
pieces.
There's so many pieces. I would venture so far as to say that's too many
Normally,
chips.
I would not say that there's too much food, but there's too much food there.
I very much agree on the statement of introducing versions with just chips and cheese or chips and salsa, and I'm actually going to be giving it a 4.
Oh.
The cheese wasn't a big fan of. It was definitely the lower end of cheeses I've had. The salsa, you know, I've had better salsa, but keeping in mind that this is a children's meal kit, you know, the salsa was alright. It wasn't too spicy, wasn't too plain. The chips were a little stale, but overall, you know, it wasn't absolutely terrible, but it's not one that I would be picking up for myself.
So that leaves us with an overall score of 15.
15.
That's a 7.
God speaks. Here we go.
Cleanse.
I can tell this one's much sturdier than what we just ate. Already that classic, nostalgic turkey smell.
Our ancestors came to this country for
They what?
freedom of Lunchables.
They what? Libtard destroyed. Don't fucking touch me.
Me? In my eyes, this is just a terrible impersonation of the ham and cheddar
Cracker stackers?
cracker stackers. Or as I like to call them, the crack stacks. I'm sure that some may like turkey and cheddar, but I do not feel that way, as evidenced by my score of 4. 4 score, as they say.
7 years ago.
The 7 Years' War.
Fortnite?
Huh? I didn't vomit. And I even swallowed it, so there's something, right?
I think I'm very much gonna have to disagree with Shub on this
Die.
one. I'm gonna have to give this one an 8, actually. I think this takes the tried and true Cracker Stackers method and does well. The crack stacks.
As we here at Crack Gaming like to call them.
So I'm gonna give this one an 8. I think it takes the tried and true crack stack method, and honestly, it's a nice play on the ham and cheddar. Personally, I think it's nice to have a little bit of variation in your life every now and then, and just subbing one meat out for another is enough for me.
Anyways, I give it a 5. It did feel like just a lesser version of the classic crack stack. I wouldn't say it was so bad to earn a 4 or whatever the fuck you gave it, but you know, it was definitely just a lesser form of the classic.
So, Shu, what was your ranking?
I'm actually going to revise if you don't mind.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Okay, so that's a 16.
Did I give it a 3?
You gave it a 4.
How would you have a 3?
17.
What?
It's 17. Make it a 17.
I heard a 3 in there.
Yeah, because you revised.
You know, 17 sounds good. I don't feel like arguing with you about that.
You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't understand.
She doesn't get it.
She's like, ah!
So what do we have? We have light bologna and American. Cracker stackers. No. Light bologna.
It's got bologna in it.
What a bunch of baloney. I wasn't done.
Shut up!
Anyways, the baloney. It didn't taste good. I thought the cookie was gonna save it, in all honesty. And that wasn't a good cookie. It didn't say. In fact, it brought the score down. I was ready to give it a 4 before I had the cookie.
I meant to give an 8.
Oh well, why?
Oh no, I like bologna.
She said baloney.
She did. She said bologna. I heard it. I heard her say
She
bologna.
doesn't get it.
She doesn't get it.
9 plus 3 plus 8, that's 20. Alright.
What's the next one?
Oh, that's a 1. We re-roll. It's an 8, we re-roll. It's a 4, we re-roll. It's a 4, we re-roll. It's a 1, we re-roll.
Wait to die.
It's a 3, we re-roll. It's a 7, we re-roll. You still have it coming after the cameras roll, you know that, right? You're in for it. You're in for it. Fuck you.
Woman moment.
The time that I've been given to microwave the pizzas is yo mama.
Uh-oh.
You know, I'm gonna take this one step further. I don't know, but I'm thinking in 4s might be the ultimate pizza.
Yeah, I'm going in 4s.
Going in 4s. Alright.
Oh, so now you go in 4s.
What?
Are you ready? You know, it's the least Lunchable there is, but in a good way, if that makes sense. Feels like a real meal you can bring home to your family, to your poor starving children. They say, "Daddy, Daddy, what's for dinner?" And then you say Lunchables again, and they say, "Whoopee! I love Lunchables again." But it has pepperoni on it, so that just makes it much better, much more accessible to those who like pepperoni. And that's as far as I can stretch this. You go.
I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it. Hold on 1 second. Okay. The audacity. Anyways, I'm gonna give this a 5. Personally, I think there are a few things wrong with this one. Although it is a classic, it's a staple.
You're wrong.
I'm gonna have to deduct some points because I feel like the amount of cheese provided just isn't enough. I feel like there could be more there. And I feel like this Lunchables cannot be properly enjoyed without a microwave present. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. It's a 10. That's some good shit, baby. That's some good shit, baby.
Pizza, motherfucker! Holy goddamn! Go ahead.
I'm giving it a 10.
You know what that means?
You know what?
You know what that means?
Because you know what? That
Can you add that up?
is a 5.1 star pizza if I've ever had one. And I have not. Also,
Yo, I know that.
I'm racist.
Yo, reference! Yo, reference!
Yeah!
That's a 25. Yeah.
I mean die. I mean die. I mean die. I mean pass away. I mean let's see. Fuck you.
Oh, the evaluation's already begun.
As it does when you start. Oh, why are you doing that? Why bother?
For the funny.
Oh, that was pretty funny. I don't know what I'm doing. I watched a guy make a pizza one time and he did this. I don't know.
Okay, live microwave reaction. Put them in for 25
I'm
seconds.
gonna put him in for 30 seconds.
No. All right, now I get to spin the wheel. Let me go ahead.
I look like a mom meets a pizza pop. Oh.
I think I've made my rating.
Wait a minute.
What happened?
You cunt. Your stupid fucking Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I bet.
Poo-poo internet.
I'm sorry.
Extra cheesy pizza by Lunchables gets an 8 because it tasted good and it was a pizza. I like pizza. What else do I have to say? I mean, what really more can you say about a pizza? It's just simply a pizza. And although it may not be, I may be preventing us from getting that 30. Okay, you go.
Okay. So I'm gonna give this one a 9.
Oh, it turns out it's a 6.
Oh, it sucked. Anyways, I'm gonna give this one a 9. I think it's a classic, tried and true. You know, you can't really go wrong with it. The extra cheese contained with this one, as opposed to the very limited amount of cheese, I'd say, with the pepperoni, was a really big plus for me. The only thing that kept it from a 10 was this flimsy packaging. We talked about this Lunchable.
Talk about this Lunchables. Come on.
This is the same packaging problem that you've got with the nachos. If that packaging fails and snaps when you're trying to pull the top off. And that kept you from perfection, Lunchables. That held you back from perfection. And I want you to know that.
I give it a 1.
Why?
The other cheese they happened I just didn't like.
I think you're stupid. It's 18.
Despite all of its flaws, of which there are few, the pizza, which gets the award,
The award,
whose name I don't know,
the awesome award.
the awesome award goes to pizza with pepperoni. Yeah! Honestly, I was rooting for this one before we even started, and
I thought it had promise.
things got out of hand, let's say. So, without further ado, nachos, cheese dip, and salsa, you get the, whatever this award is, the other side. There you go.
I figured it out.
I'm not sure, I don't think that one has a name. I don't think we can name that one.
It's that one.
We got that award.
It's that one.
It's kind of really scary.
All right, well,
Let's wrap things up.
I would say that does it for the Lunchables ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, if I roll a 1, Shub dies. Don't you ever fucking disrespect me again like this. Like this again. Don't do it.